What's up, Left 4 Dead 2 versus players? This is Dean from Wafflypie, and we're back for more Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. Today, we're starting Chapter 3. But first, I'm going to go ahead and walk into this house, because I noticed, or I realized, that basically every chapter we get at least 3 shine sprites. I mean, I guess that's not entirely true, because we're up to only 9, and we've been through... oh no, 3. Including the prologue. So yeah. And this guy, he says, "Welcome to the home of Merlin, the super magician." So he's really good. "I foresaw your arrival. I can aid you if you wish. With 3 shine sprites I can power up your partners. Of course, that means I boost their attack power, but I also throw in a new move for free. So, which partner would you like me to power up?" And it doesn't matter who you say, because I'm going to power up everybody. Shazubi. Shazubi! He reveals the galaxy inside his house. This is a reference to the hit 2007 game Paper Mario Galaxy. Care to power up more? I would, yes. And we're gonna go ahead and just do everybody. So, Chapter 3 is kind of where the game not necessarily introduces many new things, but it's where I think the gameplay really starts to shine. And you will see why. Mainly because it focuses very heavily on combat and the battling system. And it's also where we unlock something that's pretty useful that we'll be using a lot, and you'll know it when you see it. Okay, so we've powered up everybody, and we've now revealed Goombella. Oops, Goombella has now multi-bonk, which is the same as power bounce, except it's on Goombella, so it's a partner. Koops has Shell Shield, which can raise your defense, and Flurry has Lip Lock, which is an HP steal. All of them also gain 10 or 5 HP or something. Not really important. So, I ended the last episode before doing this, because definitely not because I forgot how. But this technically isn't required. You don't have to come to this house and talk to this man. But if you do, then you're going to need 64 coins, which is why I now have far more coins than I ended the last episode on. You want something, chump? This is the fortress of the Robo Thieves, or the Robo Thieves. You lost? What business brings a chump like you to a place like this? Say it ain't vacation. What's that? You want to meet that lying, cheating, stealing, no-good jerk for brains, or jerky for brains, Don Pianta. Real thieves like us end up poor as dirt, never catching a break because of that guy. Did you come here knowing all that? And you know that scumbag demands protection money from us too, yeah? Still know all that? You know all that, and you still want to tell... You know all that, and you still want us to tell you how we can meet that crumb? Fine, Mr. Insensitive Jerk, but it'll cost you 64 coins. What could possibly... where could that number come from? No budging on the price, not a single coin. Inside info is pricey, them's the breaks. Okay, I'll pay. You'll pay? Really? Sure. And 64 coins is pretty hefty for something that's not required. But yes! I mean, good call. You're a shrewd businessman. 64 coins on the nose. Okay, then clean those ears out and listen here. There's a parlor in the west part of town that's run by by that worm, Don Pianta. Go to the store next to the parlor. Buy a dried shroom and a dizzy dial. Make sure you buy them in that order. Dried shroom, dizzy dial. You got that? You do that, and the shopkeeper's gonna ask you what your favorite color is. You answer yellow. Got that? Not green, not blue. Yellow. You hear me? See, yellow is the password for getting into Don's scumbag's oh-so-comfy office. You got all that? I did. Alright, so now we can leave. And we're just gonna go straight there. Hopefully, however many coins I have left should be enough to cover those 2 items. 14 seems like enough. If not, I'm going to be very disappointed. Oh, also, if we get to the point where you see my inventory, you'll notice that it's changed a bit. I put a lot of items in storage that we won't be using, soon at least. Okay, so, we need to buy dried shroom and dizzy dial, and look at that, we have exactly the amount of coins. So, dried shroom. Dizzy dial. Oh, thanks. Hey, yeah, here we go. Alright, mister. What color is your mustache? It's not exactly what they said to, that she would ask, but it's yellow, of course. Oops, what's wrong with me? That wasn't the right question at all. Let's try this again. Okay, mister, what's your favorite color? And that we know should be yellow. Aha, well you check out, you know the password. So, you must be an acquaintance of Don Pianta. Good for you. In the Japanese version, those cat ears are bunny ears, but I'm sure that you can figure out the connotation that has in the West. You can go on through the door. Go on with your bad self. It's not very polite of you to say. So we go up the stairs and walk into the much fancier crime syndicate headquarters with the better sound and better music, even though it's just a quieter version of the parlor, which is downstairs. Hey, what's with you, wise guy? I ain't too jolly today, but if you got a beef, spit it out quick or this is gonna hurt. Excuse me? You want me to give you a ticket for the blimp? See now, to me that's funny. You a stand-up comedian? Nah? You oughta be. You got some nerve asking me for that. I'm Don Pianta, and I make crying babies weep. You want I should run this bum out on the rail, boss? Look at him, what a rube. You must like pain, funny guy. You just looking for trouble or what? Not so fast, boys. I like this kid's gumption. He just came to talk, nah? That ain't a crime. So we talk. You boys can wait till we're done before we rough 'em up, you got that? So, I gotta assume you got a reason for wanting a ticket for the blimp. Out with it. What's that? You wanna help some broad that got herself kidnapped? And to rescue this dame, you're out collecting the crystal stars? The crystal stars? Hey boss, ain't those things in that legend about... That's not an Italian accent at all. In that legend about an ancient treasure? Vinny, you're such a dope. Hey boss, this knucklehead believes in fairy tales. Fairy tale nothing. That treasure's real. Everybody, just shut it. I don't care if the treasure's real or not, got me? But I tell ya, I can't help but like a guy who wants to rescue some skirt he fell for. I made my decision. You do me a little favor, and I get you your blimp ticket. Sounds fair, right? Wait. What's the favor? You want me to whack a guy? You want me to off a guy? You want me to whack off a guy?
Whack a guy, off a guy, whack off a guy, 'cause I'm married.
It's easy. It's nothing. It's less than nothing. See, the thing is, my own daughter eloped with one of my young associates. They vanished, but it wasn't too long ago that they did. They ought to be nearby. You gotta find my daughter, Francesca, and this Frankie, and bring them both here. If you're unable to bring them here, then all you gotta do is tell me where they are. Then I shall settle this matter quickly, and with what is known as extreme prejudice. Boss, we don't know nothing about this guy. You can't rely on some goofball for this job. Yeah, boss, Vinny's right. Leave it to us to find Francesca. Quiet, you. It's 'cause you lugs can't find her that I gotta swallow my pride and ask this guy. I hope you dopes ain't making complaints about my decision. You making complaints? No, boss. Whatever you say goes, boss. I don't know what I was thinking, boss. It won't happen again, boss. You're the boss, boss. Good. I'm glad we're all full of understanding for one another. So it's settled, yeah? Go find my daughter and a friend. Then come see me. Francesca and Frankie look like this. Cool words. And just so we're clear here, if you don't find my daughter, your luck may turn terrible. Okay. Well, good thing I know exactly where she is, so... How Italian should I go on this guy? I guess Mario's Italian, right? So he should fit right in. Anyway, they're here. Hey, back off, you creep! You want something, or you just sliding up to people? What? Daddy asked you to find us and take us to him? Frankie, what should we do? If Daddy finds us now... Oh, I don't know. And the boat's coming any minute. Dollface, maybe we ought to head back and try to talk to the boss one more time. No, Frankie, don't say that. Don't you know what he'll do if we do that? Francesca, baby doll. If we can just talk calm like with the boss, he'll understand. Oh, Frankie, my Frankie, don't you love me? Of course I love you, sugar. A cookie. More than anything in the whole world. Then let's go, Frankie. Let's run. If the ends of the earth we have to. But a biscuit. They already found us out. We can't keep running forever. We can, Frankie. The more you try to put out the flames of love, the hotter they burn. Until I marry you, no one will extinguish these flames of passion. No one. Don't you see, mister? I beg you, pretend you never saw us. Can you do that? Of course, sniff. Oh, thank you, thank you. You're swell, mister. You're a real stand-up guy. Okay. Well, now we just have to go and talk to the boss, I guess. Also, that, what should we do, Mario? At least we have to tell Don Pianta something. But that stuff about our luck turning terrible didn't sound all that appetizing. Well, of course I'm gonna tell them where they are. What are you talking about, Goombella? I've seen Sopranos. But, I don't know. It sounded better in my head. Or worse, I guess. I don't do Italian very often. Almost not at all. I can do other accents pretty well, though. Right, Don Pianta. Mr. Boss. Mr. Bossman. Oh, look who came back. The proverbial mustache. You're gonna brighten my mood. So give. What do you got? You know where the whereabouts of these two runaways? Sure I do. And I'll tell you. Oh, is that a true fact? Rogueport Harbor, huh? Well done. I appreciate this favor you done for me. I'll prepare your blimp tickets. Hey, you! 2 Nimrods. The kids are at the harbor. Go get them. Daddy, wait! Oh, look, and they've come to turn themselves in anyway. Francesca! Boss, forgive me, boss. I'm sorry. I truly am. Frankie. That's the same voice. So, back you come, head hung low and with your tail between your legs. No, Daddy, don't hurt him. I'm the one who said we should elope. It was me. But Frankie said no. He said we should come back to you and talk to you, Daddy. Boss, listen, That's more mainland. Listen, I don't care what you do to me. I deserve it all for being disloyal. But you gotta forgive her. Forgive your daughter, boss. That's all I ask. No, Daddy, no, no, no. I'm the bad one. It's my fault. If you're gonna punish anyone, punish me. No, boss. It's on me. It's my responsibility. I'm to blame right here. Daddy. Boss. Ah. Enough. Quiet, both of yous. Francesca, my headstrong daughter, used up your last favor long ago. And you, Frankie, you were like a son to me. This is how you repay your debt to Don Pianta. I feel such disappointment in you too. It's like a poison shroom in my gut. Daddy, boss. I don't ever want to see your mugs again, you hear me? Get out of my sight. Both of yous. I don't care where, just go. That's what you expected me to say, huh? Well, that's what I'm saying. Go. Do what you want, even if it means get married. Oh, Daddy. Dad. Wait, no, I mean boss. Heart. Thank you so much, Daddy. Thanks for your blessing. Boss, I'll make your daughter a happy woman, I promise you. She'll want for nothing. Enough already, just go. Go. Francesca, seeing you this happy makes me happy too. Congrats, both of yous. Frankie, this is great. It ain't quite what I promised, but hey, things turned out okay, am I right? Goodbye, Daddy. Farewell, and thank you. Okay. Can we get the tickets, please? You still here? Huh. Well, you found my daughter and got her back here. Got her to come back here. And just look at how things turned out. What a complete and utter soap opera. But hey, a deal's a deal. You can have your blimp ticket, like I said. Cool. Oh no, that guy's got a smile in the ear. She's happy, that's good. Hey, I knew you were the right man for the job. Thanks a bunch, Pally. But, I don't want to see that gloomy face of yours no more. Don't ever come back here. Okay. Good, that'll make it easier on me. The voice was getting kind of hard to do, especially when there were 5 characters that I was trying to make it sound different, but I know that my voice doesn't carry a lot of range. Yay! Awesome! We did it! Now we can go to Glitchville. I got an email that I'm not going to read. And now that we have the ticket, we can talk to this, what are these things called? I can't think of what they're called. This blimp goes to Glitchville. Will you be joining us on our flight today? Yes, I will. Ah, please allow me to check your boarding pass. And please watch your step as you step aboard. And before we do, we can go ahead and just... Oh, it's not even a flip panel, you just walk behind it. Well, there's a star piece behind the pipe. And the pipe lets us go to the background, where this blimp is. They're called Cheep Cheep. That's what they're called. I think. It's a Cheep Cheep blimp. So, this is a nice little 3D pre-rendered cutscene, maybe? Or maybe it's in engine, I don't know. But in another difference about the Japanese version, that cutscene is like 8 times as long or something. And 4 times. It's significantly longer. Maybe it's 8 seconds longer, I don't know. Chapter 3 of Glitz and Glory. This floating city probably inspired some of my early, like, creative ideas, I suppose. When Minecraft first came out, I was obsessed with making floating islands for some reason. And I can only assume that this at least played a part. But it has a fun little song. I don't know if I would call it one of my favorites in the game because it is kind of short and loops, but it's neat. So we arrived in Glitchville. Well, no doubt about it. This is Glitchville. Can you believe it actually floats? What a... pungent aura of decadence it gives off. Well, let's get to it, huh, Mario? Let's find that crystal star as fast as we can. Sure, why don't we? First of all, we're going to grab a few star pieces, and then actually I'm going to call it quits because I don't have much time left before I have to go. But here's another star piece behind this phone booth. Something... ignore my mouse there. Something kind of funny, I suppose. Maybe it's not so funny. When I was younger, playing this for the first time actually, and we got up to this point, for whatever reason I was 100% sure that it was pronounced Glitchville with a soft G, and my father thought that that was just the funniest thing because it sounds like something else. Anyway, there's a shine sprite too to go with all those star pieces. And we'll grab this one in here, and that'll basically be it. Actually, yeah, that should be it. And of course, Goombella jumps on top at the last second. But look at all these posters. And there's some cool like 3D hologram screens going on. So what kind of place could this be?